Hi folks, over the past several modules we've explored what you might think of as the technical side of poetry in our examination of rhyme and meter. These features of poetry are what, for many, makes poetry poetry. The poet Robert Frost once remarked that writing poetry without rhyme or meter is like playing tennis without a net. Although I want to point out that many celebrated poets disagree with his assessment. In any case, the analysis of rhyme and meter is about as concrete and objective as the scholarship on poetry can be. This week, we're going to complete our discussion of the elements of poetry by concentrating on figurative language. As you'll see, the analysis of figurative language tends to be much more subjective than the analysis of rhyme and meter. There are still some fundamentals we can agree on, for instance, the difference between a simile and a metaphor. But what the words mean and how they function in the poem is fundamentally open to interpretation. But these interpretations are not boundless. The overriding goal is to be able to account for all the elements of a poem and show how they develop a consistent point. For instance, if we read the Odyssey, we might conclude that it is a poem about the cost a soldier pays going to war and the challenges of growing up without a father around. Because both of these topics have to do with warfare and because both follow from textual analysis, the analysis works. However, if we were to argue that the poem is a meditation on video game violence, we'd have some difficulty supporting the claim. One problem would be that the poem predates video games by at least 2,500 years. And even if we were willing to set that point aside, which we should not do, we'd have the problem of fitting in the passages that specifically discuss the challenges of growing up in Greek society without a father into our claim about video games. So, to review, the key element in any literary analysis is to establish what theme or idea the work explores, and then to show that all of its elements contribute to that theme. We will also consider the role of readers and how they shape a poem's meaning. We'll find that the reader does significant work establishing the unity of a poem. Speaking of unity and organization, this week we turn our attention to a discussion of how to organize essays. We'll consider both the fundamentals of effective organization and some techniques for achieving those goals. You want to apply these ideas as you prepare your draft of Essay 1. Speaking of essay drafts, our workshops are designed to help you with that process by giving you alternate perspectives on your writing. In the next module, we'll work on our first workshop. In this module, we're going to review how we workshop papers in our class. You'll notice that there is less homework in this module than there has been in the past. Use that extra time to work on the draft that will be due in the next module. To help you draft your paper, I aim to have your proposals returned to you the day after you turn them in. A final note. This week, we are going to forego quizzes. That's to give you more time to work on your essays. Please let me know if you have any questions. Remember, my office hours are Monday through Thursday from 11 to 12, and you can stop in for any reason. Cheers.